this time, it's an honor to introduce our keynote speaker today, Mrs. Kelly Swanson, Goldstar Mother in Unit 206.
Good afternoon, and thank you for inviting me to come speak to you today. My name is Kelly Swanson, and I am a Goldstar Mother and auxiliary member of American Legion Post 206 in Chesapeake Beach. I am humbled and honored each time that the Legion asks me to speak. When Brenda Miller asked me if I would speak today, I asked her what she wanted me to talk about and how long did I have to talk. Her answer was, whatever's on your heart, and you have as long as you want. Well, for those of you who know me, here goes, and for those of you who don't, I feel kind of sorry for you because I like to talk a lot. Seriously, though, when she told me what it was about, I must admit that I've never heard of the 4 chaplains in the USS Dorchester. So I looked it up and was truly moved by these 4 fine gentlemen. Each man came to be a chaplain in different ways, with different backgrounds and different faiths. Yet all 4 became good friends and worked together to help the men on the ship that were with them. They gave them hope and calmed their fears of the unknown. These soldiers were going to fight a battle on a foreign ground, far away from their loved ones. When the ship was hit by a German submarine, the chaplains were once again there, calming everyone down, giving out life vests, and helping them to board the lifeboats. It is said that before boarding the USS Dorchester, Reverend Poling asked his father to pray for him. He said, "Not for my safe return, that wouldn't be fair. Just pray that I should do my duty, never be a coward, and have the strength and courage and the understanding of men." I believe he was much more than adequate. I believe that he had the strength and the courage and the understanding of men. Sad story that it is, what a wonderful testimony these 4 chaplains have of their love of God, their faith, and their love for their men. Isn't that what we're here to honor today for God and country? Let me tell you a little bit about myself. First, I am a Christian. I was brought up in a loving Christian home. I have been in church for as long as I can remember. I am a daughter, a granddaughter, a daughter-in-law, a sister, a niece, an aunt. I'm a Sunday school teacher and vacation Bible school director at my church. I work for the federal government, and I have 3.5 years before I can retire with almost 38 years in. I am also an Air Force brat. My dad was in the Air Force for 22 years. But with all those titles next to my name, my 3 favorite titles are wife, mother, and soon-to-be grandma. I've been married to my best friend, Gary, for 33 years, and we have 2 wonderful sons. Our youngest son, Kenny, is here with me today. He's a sprinkler designer at a fire protection company, a deacon in his church, and a youth leader in his church, and has been married to our wonderful daughter-in-law, Heather, for almost 5 years. She is a kindergarten teacher, and this month they will give us our first grandchild, a girl.
Auxiliary member.
I'm just a little excited. Our oldest son, Chris, was killed in Iraq. He gave me another title, Goldstar Mother. It is a title that I did not ask for or ever wish to have, but I am extremely honored and proud to wear it. Chris graduated from Southern High School in Anne Arundel County in June of 1999 and entered the Army in August of the same year. After finishing basic training, he was assigned to the 1st 325th 82nd Airborne in Fayetteville, North Carolina. He spent 6 months in Kosovo doing peacekeeping missions. He was with the initial assault on Iraq. He was then assigned to the 1st Armored Division in Baumholder, Germany, where he completed his 2nd tour. He was killed by a sniper while doing dismounted patrols during his 3rd tour. As a mother, I am very proud of what Chris has done for his country. He died knowing and doing what he was right, that he was right. He was injured twice before he was killed, and each time he went right back out to be with his guys. The first time he was injured, his Bradley was hit by an IED, and he suffered shrapnel wounds to his leg. The second time, he received a concussion. He was killed around 6 p.m. Iraqi time on July 22nd, 2006. That morning, he had been handing out candy and toys to children that he knew in the neighborhoods. He went out early again that evening looking for a man that made IEDs. They found the man, but they were ambushed and he was shot in the face by a cowardly sniper. I will never forget that day when 3 military officers came to my door. It was a rainy night, about 9:30 p.m. I was home by myself. Gary at the time was a police officer in D.C., and he was in Loudoun County, Virginia, all day requalifying for his guns. He was not expected home until about 11 o'clock p.m. Kenny was with the youth group whitewater rafting in Ohio, Pennsylvania. He wasn't expected home until about 11:30 p.m. My sister-in-law and I had been out shopping that day and had lunch at California Pizza and prayed for Chris's safety and that of his men. He was already gone by that time. Since that time, I have been involved with American Goldstar Mothers. We have a chapter here in Maryland, and we meet every other month at Fort Meade. We have about 60 moms that belong to our group. We volunteer at VA hospitals, the USO at BWI, the Red Cross. We send boxes to our troops that are continuing to keep our country safe. We visit the injured at Bethesda Naval Hospital and when they were at Walter Reed. We want our guys and our girls to know that we support them and we love them just as they're our own. And of course, our wonderful Goldstar dads help us and support us in everything we do. After all, they hurt just like we do. People are always asking Gary and I and Kenny how we get through. How can we possibly get through each day knowing that our son and our brother is no longer with us? They tell us it is unimaginable. I tell them the only thing that I can tell them. It is by the loving mercy and grace of our Heavenly Father. Faith has been and continues to be a major part of our lives. Yes, every day is hard, but every day has a blessing from God if you just open your eyes and look for it. The sun rises and sun sets, the birds sing, the flowers bloom. There might be a song on the radio that hits you just at the right time for the right reason, and people in your life who do the same. Life itself is a blessing that you cannot ignore. God never said it would be an easy life we lead, but without Him, it would be impossible and hopeless. We know that we will see Chris again one day, and that's what keeps me going. That and the love of my family and support from them, and always the hugs that Kenny gives me and the daily phone calls do wonder to my soul. And so we continue where Chris left off, helping his men, his family, while they were in Iraq. We have kept in touch with many of them. Some have left the Army, some are still in. Some have come to visit us, and we've gone to visit them. Wherever they are part of our family. We've started a foundation in Chris's memory, the SSG Swanson Support Charities for Veterans and Their Families. It's a nonprofit 501c charity. We want to purchase a home on the bay near us in Annapolis. It will be used for a getaway for our veterans to just come and relax. The bay was Chris's favorite spot. He loved the water and he loved the Maryland blue crabs. God blesses us so much. One other place that is a favorite of the whole family is Gatlinburg, Tennessee. We were looking for a vacation home for ourselves, and this modern log cabin dropped in our lap, and it's the only one in the neighborhood that's handicapped accessible. We use it for veterans who want to get away and for our friends and family as well. For friends and other guests, we ask for a donation to the foundation. However, for veterans and Goldstar families, it's free. And when the veterans are there, we give them vouchers that they can see some of the shows in Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg free. It's on us. You can check out our website at www.ssgswansonveterancharities.org to see some of the things that we have been doing and meet Chris. As I reflect back on those 4 chaplains, Father John Washington, Reverend Clark Poling, Rabbi Alexander Good, and Reverend George Fox, and remember what they did for the men and the women on that ship, I think about the women and the men fighting for us today. Men and women like Chris, who are laying down their lives to protect us. The chaplains that are assisting our military men and women today, encouraging them, praying with them, giving them hope to go on. Let us not forget them today, for they are also serving for God and country. Thank you, may you have a blessed day.